Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face while you're sleeping.
The open sea. Look in any direction, and the vastness of the deep blue water swallows your vision. Down below, the abysmal depths, home to some of the biggest sea monsters ever. These are the massive sea creatures terrorizing the world beneath the sea surface. Many of these creatures stalking the waters are a little bloodthirsty, but others are downright fierce killing machines. Then we have those that are bizarre looking and absolutely terrifying, the makings of our own imagination. Not all monsters lurking in the depths are creepy and frightening. Some are gentle giants ruling the sea in glorious majesty. So grab your scuba gear and suit up. We're diving right into the belly of the deeply mysterious sea to find the world's biggest sea monsters ever. Also, be sure to stay to the end of the video to find out more about the sea monster that's making the blue whale look like cuddly Nemo. Number 10. Crabzilla. In 2014, a 15-meter giant crab was intent on making a statement in the UK's popular crabbing location in Whitstable, Kent County. The giant crustacean was seen at the exact spot under the harbor, where some boys were crabbing. A satellite image of the crab showed a shadowy figure taking the shape of what looked like a colossal crab in the waters, somewhere off the English coast. News of the giant crab went viral after it was published in the UK's tabloid newspaper. While several residents claim to have witnessed the unusual crab, aptly named Crabzilla, invertebrate experts from the Natural History Museum London maintained that there was no such thing as a giant crab lurking in the waters of Whitstable. What do you think? Was it all part of some digital fakery like we see in pranks, or is someone trying to keep a ton of crab all to themselves?
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
Number 9. The blue whale. It would be awfully disrespectful to discuss huge sea monsters without mentioning the largest animal currently ruling the oceans. We're talking about the magnificent blue whale. Right from birth, the blue whale calf outweighs some of the large animals we know. The blue whale calf is also known as one of the fastest growing animals, gaining about 90 kilograms, 200 pounds, daily. A full-size grown blue whale weighs upwards of 200 tons and spans well over 35 meters, 115 feet. If, for whatever reason, you had an aquarium the size of a cricket pitch, the blue whale wouldn't fit. You get how big these sea monsters are, right? So here's the interesting thing. The blue whale's throat is only 20 centimeters in diameter. They cannot swallow large prey, and the best part is that they could not swallow a human even if they tried. Even so, there have been cases of the blue whale accidentally eating a person. Most were spat out almost immediately, albeit not without a few bruises. Number 8. Great white shark. Being the largest predatory fish, it doesn't come as a surprise that the great white shark has a fierce reputation as being a savage killer. Though not as large as the whale shark, the great whites are the most popular types of sharks. They grow as long as 7 meters in length and weigh up to 2 tons. The largest white ever recorded, named Deep Blue, was estimated to weigh a massive 2.5 tons. These sharks are very agile swimmers thanks to their torpedo-shaped bodies. They can cruise swiftly in water despite their massive body, reaching a top speed of over 55 kilometers an hour. It's impressive how they can make a sudden turn even when they're at high speed. The great whites are armed to the teeth, literally, with 300 razor-sharp teeth. These sharks can rip their prey apart in a matter of seconds. Their teeth are so sharp they don't use them to chew. Instead, they rip off mouth-sized pieces which they swallow whole. Although human flesh isn't a delicacy on the shark's menu, the great whites are known to be responsible for several unprovoked attacks on humans. Researchers claim that these are just sample bites, but deadly ones nonetheless. Number 7. The whale shark. The whale shark is the largest fish in the world. Well, because they have the names whale and shark, it can get a little confusing, but these are sharks. They only resemble the whales in size and feeding habits, hence the ambiguous name. Since they are sharks, we classify them as fish because whales are mammals. The average whale shark will grow to 10 meters, but they are known to grow up to 14 meters, 46 feet long, and weigh up to 19 metric tons. With these numbers, the whale shark easily dwarfs the great white shark. Even so, whale sharks do not get as much attention as their cousins, the great whites, probably because they are not predatory sharks like the rest of the gang. These are massive, meat-loving sea monsters feeding mostly of a zooplankton meal, a seafood medley of squid, krill, and small fish. Even though the whale shark will not attack a human, their massive bodies and striking agility could easily yank a nearby swimmer into a watery grave due to a whirlpool formed as they move. Number 6. Loch Ness Monster. The fabled Loch Ness Monster is often imagined to be a long-necked marine reptile with a vast body and 4 flippers. Although there is no convincing evidence that the creature was ever seen, Nessie, as it was nicknamed, is described as bearing striking features of the extinct Elasmosaurus. Those familiar with the numerous claims of people seeing the Loch Ness Monster would know that it was the account of Arthur Grant that stands out. His sketch of the monster repelled the idea that the creature belonged to the extinct plesiosaur family. These are aquatic dinosaurs that were known for their crocodile-like bodies and long extended necks. Researchers discovered the 76-million-year-old fossil of a river-dwelling plesiosaur, but it was far much smaller than the ocean-dwelling species. Plesiosaurs could grow up to 15 meters long. The neck of this aquatic monster was so long it was unable to hold its heads above the water for too long. Being a slow swimmer, the plesiosaur stalked its prey from below, sneaking upon schools of fish while its massive body remained hidden in the deep, dark waters. Number 5. The Great Asp Turtle. Hundreds of years ago, sailors around the world told of the existence of a giant turtle that was so big you could mistake its shell for an island. At least, that's how the ancient mythology of the Aspidoshalon goes. Unsuspecting seamen, exciting to make landfall after a long journey at sea, would anchor for a day or two. Unbeknownst to the sailors, the island was actually the shell of a giant crafty monster that was about to submerge and take them to the depths. The mysterious sea monster was claimed also to have a fierce reputation of stirring the waters to cause storms that sink ships and drown sailors. Even though the Great Asp Turtle isn't as common or well known as the other sea monsters in ancient mythology, the story surrounding it is quite an intriguing tale. Number 4. The Kraken. The legendary Kraken is perhaps the biggest sea monster ever imagined by humankind. It is a mythical creature from the Nordic tall tales. This giant beast in the sea has never been seen, and its existence can, therefore, not be proven. Nevertheless, the monster is speculated to be a cross between two cephalopods, likely a squid and the Pacific octopus. Talk of the Kraken was whispered among most sailors. The massive squid farmed on account of its vastness, but feared for its murderous savagery. This was a terrifying sea monster, wrecking large ships and dragging them with its giant tentacles to the depths of the sea. Although these tales are rooted in ancient folklore, some people do believe that such a creature could exist in real life. Several sightings and discovery of the giant squid, which would grow to astounding 13 meters, are responsible for keeping the legend of the Kraken alive. This legend is a bit over the top, sure, but if such a sea monster did exist, you'd better hope it makes do just eating fish. Number 3. The largest marine reptile. The largest marine reptile ever belonged to the order known as Ichthyosauria, which translates to fish reptile. These massive marine reptiles first appeared about 250 million years ago and lived until 90 million years ago when they went extinct. They are believed to have grown up to 26 meters long, nearly the size of a blue whale, and although they had massive bodies, they were well adapted and specialized for life in the ocean. Their body outline resembled that of a dolphin and swordfish, making them fast swimmers. From their smooth, sharp teeth, it is evident that these marine reptiles were carnivores, and they certainly munched out on smaller marine reptiles such as the mosasaurs and plesiosaurs. They were ferocious predators, no doubt, but they also made food for sharks and other predators of their time. We have a picture sent to us by a subscriber just like you. It shows a creepy and startling giant sea creature with an eye the size of a wooden lifeboat. Number 2. The bloop. When scientists from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, picked up a sound from the South Pacific using special hydrophones, it was the loudest sound ever recorded in the waters. The mysterious subaquatic sound was so loud, it could be heard 4,800 kilometers away. That's about 3,000 miles. Due to the sound similarity to the signature sound frequencies known to be made by marine beasts, a former NOAA director speculated that the sound had to have come from some sort of animal in the deep ocean. His speculations left many questions unanswered, but one thing was for sure: if the sound had come from a gigantic unknown creature at the bottom of the ocean, it had to be about 3 times the size of the blue whale. Why? The loudest recorded sound produced by a marine animal, the blue whale, could be heard 1,600 kilometers away, 1,000 miles away. The bloop was recorded 4,800 kilometers away. No one knows where this loud sound came from, but it is entirely possible that it came from a sea monster so much bigger and scarier than the blue whale or megalodon. Number 1. Megalodon. Does it come as a surprise that the Meg comes at the top of our list? It is one of the largest predators to have ever lived. And though it is an extinct species, it is still quite alive in people's imagination. I mean, an 18-meter-long beefed-up great white cousin is not something you'd forget about even in its extinction. The Meg is the kind of sea monster you don't want to encounter. It terrorized the ocean from 20 million years ago to about 3.6 million years ago. Its bite is said to have been so much more powerful than that of a T-Rex. The Megalodon fed mostly on larger prey like whales, sharks, and large fish, but that's not to say that it did not prey on smaller animals like dolphins. Those were snacks, and had human flesh been served, they'd definitely try that as well. Fortunately, Megalodons don't exist anymore. If they still did live in the ocean, we'd have gotten the message by now. and we had better pray that there was an Aquaman in the depths to tame the sea monster. You made it to the end of the video, but hey, we love to see you again. If you click the subscribe and bell buttons, we'll always notify you when a fantastic video just like this one comes up. We have a lot more that you will enjoy.